Glad you're tuning back in. We've got more Beyond All Reason here. Doing a quick swap with one of my allies before this round start. And I'm playing on Supreme Isthmus. It's kind of a adaptation of Supreme Strait. The Geo, these spots that provide lots of energy. So these are very high value strategic spots right here. And yeah, up here too. These are very valuable. So are these metal extractors in the center. So there's going to be a big squabble going on in the center for sure. But I'm not going to be any part of that. I'm swapping with Clem, going down to this seaboard position. Now let's get into the player view. Myself. So here I am spawning on the coastline, playing as Cortex, and I'm going to ask a teammate for a tier 1 constructor. I think we want that because I'm going into this eastern seaboard pretty much instantly. I want to take over this whole area here. It'd be great to get up into this area because then we can contribute to the front line. We can grab up these metal extractors. But this is where we're likely going to see my opponent put down a sea base of their own. But getting into the ocean this early feels pretty good. I was overflowing a little bit of metal. I figured I'd go with the increased metal storage, but maybe I should have just floated it for a little bit. Besides, I just paid tackless for that T1 constructor. Any other changes to the map that I can see? They're pretty subtle. It looks like the Geo is still up here on this high ground on our side of the map. And we've also got another right here on our opponent's side, just a mirror. Let's take a look at the action going on. In the center of the map, this constructor that I bought, this guy's going to head down in here. We're going to grab up the last of the metal extractors, maybe grab up this stone here. This right here, this is all just metal that you can grab up. These little ferns and stones. Center of the map. Ooh, 2 ticks slipping by. Could be rovers. Let's see. Oh, little ticks. They can get cleaned up pretty quickly, but you can see how much damage they do to buildings. It's important to remember in this game that your economy is incredibly valuable, particularly your metal extractors. Clem's moving up, going to try and establish a front line here. Yep, K-Ocean's also coming up to the front. Who am I up against over here? Don't know just yet. Got a variety of opponents over here. Looks like Amma is here up front, trying to deal with, ooh, these blitzes from Gardner, which just slipped past. A half-finished light laser towers right here. Ooh, these could be a big problem. Yeah, it would be great to catch out this construction vehicle. Like, look at how much damage can be done here. And oh, look at that. Clem actually slipped a few of these incisor, these light tanks from the Cortex. I think these are really good units after some of the recent upgrades that were done to them. Yeah, I believe they recently got buffed. So these little guys, they can rip apart a base. They just are so tanky too. Looks like I've found someone down here, the Sod Father. I'm trying to snipe down some of his tidal generators that he had on the coastline. It's a shame I didn't close this area out sooner. There's also a torpedo. Oh, wow. This blitz just ate up all of this. Wow. Major damage done up here. I really think that besides these 2 commanders up front for Amma, and I think that's Destroya, they have a very weak economy behind this. So let's take a look at the ocean. here's what I'm seeing in my sea lane. I'm seeing that my ally Air China is actually piloting. He's just patrolling around to this island to make sure that no opponent takes it. So it's nice getting that little bit of extra information. And look at that, another harpoon. So my opponent is going for a lot of defensive structures. I really should just be dancing around the outside edge of these sentries here, and we really need to try and outpace these dolphins. We do great damage against them, but if they can close the distance, they deal a lot of damage. Back up front. Yeah, you can see a lot of defensive structures going down right up front because they do not have much behind it. Would be a shame to lose this metal extractor for Clem. But yeah, Destroya might just be pleased to grab up all the metal. As for the Northwest Sea, it's looking like my ally 712 completely giving up the sea, not going for it, although is producing hovercrafts. Interesting. So hovercrafts go along the surface of the water. I'm not sure how much I value them on this map. I know that they're pretty good. It's interesting that they can engage with some of the naval ships out here. And you can just hit this shoreline really quickly, but that's really only if they don't have radar and sonar out here. Well, specifically radar, because these things are above the water. They usually get spotted out, and people can usually muster a good defense against them. I really don't know how I feel about them. I think amphibious vehicles, which are much tankier, they feel more cost effective. I think just sending them along the ocean floor to attack is much more efficient. Yeah, look at this. These are pincers from Gardner. He's coming down south. Oh, I'm having to defend. Some dolphins have broken through, and they're starting to target my tidal generators that I have built out here. Pretty good catching one there, but this one could be I mean, these are so fast. Very hard to catch these units. Though we are catching his units out here. We actually have a submarine, an Orca. Yeah, being really annoying, this dolphin. I'm going to switch to producing these little light gunboats. I figured they'll have a quicker time chasing these down. Yeah, they're quick enough to probably keep pace with them. The Riptide's doing good, but look at that. Just losing the occasional generator to it. Maybe 2-3 generators. But up here, we're exchanging fire with all these dolphins. And he's just wasting all of this. I have a death cavalry, a resurrection sub right here. We're just going to suck up all the metal that's fallen to the bottom of the ocean here. And that extra metal is so important. I'm actually pretty high up there. I'm glad I got the metal storage. I need to be thinking about getting up to T2. Just doing something with my metal. My economy is looking pretty healthy. It's very nice getting energy from the ocean. It's super efficient. Front is having difficulty, but look at this. Gardner's amphibious tanks. They've made it to the shoreline. They're blasting. And the hover tanks, incredible. It's a coordinated effort. We should be able to clean up this one Centurion, but they've left themselves exposed on the back lines. Look at this. All these Seekers. And these are tanky units, these pincers. They do not go down easy. You got to think of them as just a little bit worse tanks. They just roll in. Yeah, they can still blow up a lot. And yeah, just avoid the commander. Hopefully he doesn't engage with TTV Aquatic Goat. Back home, things are feeling good, and we're actually putting pressure on Sodfather over here. I don't think he can handle our submarine right now. Yeah, the backlines are still getting attacked. Splitting up these pincers was a great move by Gardner. Really great plays from him. Like, look at this. Just consistently Oh, he could probably get that vehicle factory. Oh, and look at all the exposed resources back here. Yeah, Gardner's even... You can see him controlling his cursor. He's just sending these tanks down. Gonna just take out all of this from my opponent, Sodfather. Sodfather's getting destroyed on land and sea. His game's practically over. Yeah, look at this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're cleaning up. Recycling our injured units to the back. We've just, yeah, we're outputting so much firepower. And we've got a Death Cavalry sub on the behind, just collecting everything that I drop or that I destroy. We're going to use that to power a T2 advanced bot lab right here. Oh, look at this. Yep, ships from the Northern Sea. They're duking it out with some Januses on the shoreline. Gardner really doing a good job, always having relevant units up front ready to fight. They're going to have to deal with this huge mass of tanks, though. Yeah, the Janus do good damage, but they need time to shoot. Kaushin should, yeah, collect all of this metal. Look at how much metal is here. Let's check really quick. Can we grab one of my... Let's grab my commander. Yeah, 3.7k. Yeah, grab all this up. This is great. Now, I'm feeling pretty good. We've taken over most of the water. The game plan is pretty much complete. Looks like an ally has taken the island, Air China. Love that. We've established a slight economy here, and we've kicked our enemies out of the water all up and down this coastline. And now we need to decide what to do next. Personally, I have never really enjoyed the naval aggression on this map. Like, you can get some rocket ships right along here and just blast with artillery these bases right here. The center, this base, a good chunk of this base. You can deny resources over here. Like, with the missile ships, you can kind of destroy all of this. Everything in here. That can just be wiped off the map with missile ships, but I feel like that's all you can really do beyond that. I felt like it'd be more relevant to go for T2, keep my economy on land, kind of set back. I can maybe borrow someone's anti-nuke or provide one for Tackless and Air China. I could have gone with a T2 shipyard and put my economy in the ocean. That is possible. It's pretty efficient, if a little exposed to like seaplanes, or a sudden rally of naval. But I don't know. I figured I would just do what I know, get a fusion reactor up back here. Hilariously, our Cortex commander is working alongside pretty much only a Armada base back here because we were given that constructor at the beginning of the game. So all of our T2 bots are going to be Armada. What am I going to make first? Well, we're going to get out our T2 constructor, get up all this economy, and of course the anti-nuke right here. And what are we going to produce? We don't have much of an economy to speak of. In fact, we are reclaiming the shipyard. Probably a good idea. We were kind of on a sugar high there, picking up all the wreckage from the oceans. In fact, we still kind of are. It's giving us those precious metal. Okay, we're using our ships here to put some pressure in the center. But so far, we're feeling like we have a commanding lead. Those harassments that took place back here, and then the pincer amphibious tanks coming in and wrecking all of this. The fact that all of this was cleared out at one point, we're feeling strong. This is just some light pressure from our opponents. Sure, we don't control the North Sea or this North Island, whatever. We've got hounds pushing the center. These little four-legged, they do look like little Little guard dogs, little hounds with the mortars strapped to their tails. One thing that's going to be efficient versus all these units are these flamethrower turrets. They have a lot of health. They do good work to all of these clumped up units. Yeah, this right here. This is painful. And there's pawns here supporting them. These hounds need to get the hell out. Yeah, all the friendly units have just vanished. Really need to be efficient with these. Tackless needs to micro these units a lot. And he's got them paired up with a radar bot. That's good. He's going to need better vision. I think that's why, yeah, we've got the spy bot coming out. I'm going to park it here. I think mortar bots in general, hounds and Sheldons, these early tier 2 units, they work really well with line of sight. Obviously, you want to pair them with radar. I think everybody knows that, and cloaking them's a good idea too. Like having this radar bot in there is great, but having vision, direct vision of the opponent is extremely helpful. Like radar only goes so far, and these hounds have a bigger range than you think. The problem is the fog of war almost always closes in and you're unable to see what the hell's going on. Oh wow, my bot actually got spotted for a second there by that tank. But yeah, now we can play a little conservative with our spy bot and just keep it near these buildings. We're getting great vision up here. Yeah, this is perfect for Tackless and these mortars. We're not really producing anything else for the ocean. Like I said, we've actually recycled up our shipyard. How's our backline doing? Almost getting that first fusion up, or the advanced fusion, I should say. We're seeing a lot of anti-nuke coming out. Gardner's getting one up. Looks like there's one up here. Yeah, wow. Kaioshin having a good game. Tier 2 and looking good. Wow, yeah, finishing it out. I maybe should have... oh, no, it's because ours doesn't quite reach them either. Okay. Well, it's good coverage. We're just going to put a bunch of our economy here. And, oh, did I lose my spy bot? Looks like it. But that's bought us time. It looks like that meant Kaioshin could put out a bunch of stouts, push forward, supported by the hounds. This is another great way of giving the hounds vision, having other units ahead of them. Oh, but this flyover would be great. Now we've got amazing vision of what's going on back here. They're recycling everything. This is a huge play. Where are these bombers headed? They're taking out all of this. Oh, look at all the windmills going down. And it's a huge fight between all the fighters going on up here. We've got a T2 advanced bot lab. That'd be a great target. Okay, landing on some of the economy back here. That's some converters gone. It's still a lot of bombers. Just go for the windmills if you need to. Just look for where there's big clusters. But no, hungry for something else. Looking back here, but there's flak. There's anti-flak up here, yep. Or anti-air flak. That might have been all the build power getting blown up. Ouch. Blue team not happy about it. Saying, why do we only have 5 fighters in the air? It was a decent scout as well. We're able to see a lot of still just kind of tier 1 economy back here. We are seeing some tier 2 extractors. That's always worrisome, but not really seeing any fusions. I don't see any anti-nukes. I bet a nuke right around here would be amazing. Yeah, I could consider going for a nuke. We have the economy for it. It'd be a good investment. Frontline is still dancing back and forth. It's mostly been sort of the cyan and green up against our brown and pink, although things have switched. It's now the backliners, these mid laners right here, Tackless and Gardner. They're coming forward with tier 2 units. Wow, that's a lot of Mausers. Can't believe Gardner got that many. And I'm actually sending sharpshooters out. These are cloaked sniper units. They pretty much one-shot most of this tier 1 stuff. They do well versus buildings, but again, much like the Hounds, you want to pair them with good vision. And I'm frustrated here because I don't have good vision. I really need like maybe a scout plane going up overhead, or, as I'm thinking now, bringing a ship forward. I'll just use my vision provided by the Navy. And look at this, just a few little, what are these guys? Seekers. These guys are just going to tickle. Yeah, good find here. Should just go for it. Why bite off more than you can chew? But, no. Oh, this is a big push forward. My Navy is providing good vision for all these Mauser to fire down. Gardner is getting huge wins here. Artillery with good vision, yeah. Oh, and the sniper bots. You can just see the occasional tank just absolutely evaporate. Yeah, the sniper bots are coming forward. I should keep moving this destroyer forward. That'll give us better and better vision. Oh, wow, look at that. They actually did get a metal extractor back there. Look at the variety of units hitting the front lines here. It's a huge mass of Hounds, mostly Hounds, a good clump of cloaked and radar-equipped Mausers, and then the occasional sniper bot provided by myself. And of course, vision from my Navy in the oceans. I'm reminding everyone, hey, we should reclaim all of this wreckage that we've just produced with all this battling. Gardner's on it, using his actual commander to grab everything up. You can see, yeah, everything's just getting snatched up over here. Brute wreckage, it's just tank after tank. There's all the build power. This is feeling like an unstoppable death ball right here. All we gotta do is watch out for the occasional commander. Could be cloaked. Although I think we're seeing one right up here. It's showing up on radar. Yeah, everyone's trying to back away. Now we're getting vision of him. Hitting him with the sniper bots. He's done. Enemy team is now asking backline, you need to send your tier 3 or like whatever your big play is. So this is really on these backliners here to hopefully bring out a tech that will save everybody here. A nuke right here would be really strong. I think EMP bombers would do pretty well here. Backed up with maybe like Marauders, Razorbacks as they're asking. Damn, that is a huge mass of units moving into their base. But what have we got over here? It's a bunch of Marauders that just slipped under the ocean. You can see the bubbles that they're leaving as they travel underwater. These platypus, which are kind of hovering on the surface, they're going to engage with them as they come up onto the beach line. We need to defend against them. Looks like this advanced fusion reactor, which has barely started, might get destroyed. Smart cloaking the commander here. That's 1 D-gun, 2 D-gun, 3 D-gun. That's really well done. It's probably the best you can do. The problem is there's still like 7 or 8 of them, and these platypus are just so not the unit. Really needs some air support, yeah. These wasps would do well. Oof, that's everything. There's the fusions. They're worried, yeah, they're going to strike elsewhere. Our units are starting to get split apart, and we're starting to see some air units coming in. I am seeing Razorbacks, and yep, there's the EMP bombers. So it's a mix of everything. But fortunately, yeah, we're sniping the Razorback. It's a little slow. We're providing good vision. Yeah. Sniper is great right there. Would love to reclaim this stuff. Think of how much metal's sitting right there. Wow, 9.3. I'd grab up all of that. It's looking like GG, to be honest. We are so far into their back line. We're destroying everything, and I'm finally getting some of these butler bots to the front to reclaim all of this and, yep, build up extractors. I think I liked the conversion over to the T2 bot lab from Cortex. It was nice to supplement the army that was coming forward. The sniper bots worked out very well. Would I have preferred a rocket ship? Maybe like a, I don't know, maybe like a line of rocket ships right along this coastline here. And again, we knock all this out, or at least lightly damage it. But I don't know, the flagships sitting here as well, they can usually put up bubble domes to protect themselves from all the plasma shots that are coming into the base. I think I should have gone maybe a nuke. I think a nuke could have been a really good option here, because you have just a decent kind of T1.5 economy for a while. It'd be nice to just toss up something that could make a big effect on the map. The sniper bots, I think, did have an effect on the map, and we were playing very greedy. We already have our advanced fusion up. I don't know, I liked the play. Only thing I would change is maybe upgrading my extractors a little sooner. Maybe not playing so greedy. Maybe just get up like 2 fusions and then a nuke rather than the Aphis. Yeah, I think the Aphis was a little ridiculous. Yeah, we're going all the way up to start making, Razorbacks. I mean, we can afford them. Overall, fun game. Glad I won out on the ocean. It's feeling like an easier and easier lane for me. So I'm going to try and keep at it. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you watching the game. Hopefully you learned something about Beyond All Reason. Give it a try. Free to play. Anyway, glad you're here, and I'll see you next time.